Hello, it's me, Griff, and I'm in Humboldt, Redwoods State Park. And you're looking at my post title, and I'm probably going to change it, so those of you who don't see it live probably won't see this title. But those of you who are looking at it are like, Griff finally lost it. We knew he was close, but he lost it because I wrote our park has stinky snake breath. But you know what? That's all going to make sense in just a little bit. In just a little bit. Look where I'm at. Look where I'm at here. Oh, you know what? I'll show you something. Those of you who have the exploratory kid in you, let me show you something really cool. So if you go down here, which you're not supposed to, you're supposed to stay on the trail. But say like you were a bad kid and you didn't obey the rules, you could go down there and explore. Oh! Hold on, sorry about that. You could go down there and explore. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I would love to do that when I was a kid. And I'd come back with poison oak, and my mom would be like, "Why? Why do you always come back with poison oak?" So, let's see here. There we go. So, stinky snake breath. What am I talking about? What am I doing? Let's talk about this. Hey, Tiffany. So, fetid adder's tongue is one of our first blooming flowers, and I thought for sure there was going to be some here when I came out marching out here. I was all excited because I thought for sure I was going to find one because my friends have been finding them in other parts of the county, but lo and behold, they're not out here yet. But they grow in the redwood region. Pretty much where redwoods grow, the fetid adder's tongue grows. Isn't that a beautiful plant? Look at that. Isn't that wonderful? It's a type of lily. Lilies often come in threes, okay? In their flower parts, but and they have these parallel veins. But this is a fetid adder's tongue. It's one of our first flowering plants, and a lot of people are like, "Spring is coming, I can smell it," and it smells great, but not fetid adder's tongue stinks. That's why it's called fetid. Fetid means stinks bad. Adders is a type of snake in Europe. That's why never mind. European named it, obviously. And then tongue, tongue. Blah, blah, blah. So fetid adder's tongue could be called stinky snake breath. So that's what I call it. No one else calls it that, just me. Sorry. But I like it, stinky snake breath, because then I could turn to someone on the trail and go, "You have stinky snake breath." And they'll be like, "What? How dare you?" And I'll be like, "Growing right here next to you. And there's a fern, and there's a baby redwood tree." I just like doing stuff like that. But this is a special and very cool and very interesting plant. Its scientific name is Scoliopius biglevii. Don't you wish your scientific name was biglevii? I do. That's a nice name, biglevii. And I do biglevii this plant. So it's got some cool things about it besides the fact that it stinks. So why does it stink? Whenever you smell a flower, you're learning about something that pollinates it. You're learning about the pollinator, okay? So if you smell this flower and you go up to this flower and you're like, well, first of all, you should never smell anything like that. That's not how you really get a scent, okay? Have you ever seen a dog go up to another dog's butt and go, no, it goes, and that's how you can really smell things. So when you smell a flower, go, that's how you really, really get it. So, that was a weird example. Sorry if that offended anybody. It probably didn't. You guys got dogs, you know how they sniff. So, this plant stinks. And so if you smell it, it stinks. You learn that whatever pollinates this, like stinky smells. And it's a fungal gnat. And fungal gnats get a bad rap. Anything that looks like this gets a bad rap. But y'all need to stop it with that judgmental attitude. This is not a mosquito. There's a lot of things that are small like this that aren't mosquitoes, but I worked in the woods with city people because I was in the California Conservation Corps, and I take young adults who are from the city out, and every little tiny thing that flew around was a mosquito to them. But that's not true. This is a fungal gnat, and it likes stinky snake breath, aka fetid adder's tongue. It's the only pollinator of that plant that I'm aware of. So if you know of another one, please put it in the comments, because I did a little research. I didn't find another one. So, it pollinates these, and you're probably thinking, what beautiful petals, but those aren't the petals. Those are the sepals, excuse me. I keep saying steeples. Sepals, and sepals are actually like, on a rose flower, how it has those green leaves right at the bottom of the rose. Those are sepals, okay? In some plants, the sepals are the colorful part. The actual petals are these little tiny round things. Let me see if I got a better picture of that. This is my PowerPoint presentation. It's, yeah, so here's the next slide. So these right here are actually the petals, and then the sexual organs in here, and these flowers are bisexual. So they have male and female parts. And when it gets pollinated by a fungal gnat, it lays down on the ground and it makes its seed pod, and the seed pod breaks, and it has these weird seeds that are covered in some like jelly-like stuff. And it's really weird because seed dispersal mechanisms, I could spend the rest of my life studying seed dispersal mechanisms. If I was really, really, really nerdy and really, really wanted to get into something, seed dispersal mechanism, pollination would probably be it. I don't know. There's so many other things I'm interested in. But anyways, like mountain lions and stuff. But let me get back to what I was talking about. The seeds are covered in this stuff, and they're called aleosomes or aleosomes. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. But ants come pick up the seeds. So the ants are the seed dispersal mechanism. So some plants you can blow the seeds, make a wish. I wish for more dandelions in my yard. And then you blow the seeds around. Or a coconut, when it falls off the tree and it bounces around the waves and gets washed up on another island. Okay. That's seed dispersal. Stickers in your socks, or stickers in a fox's hair or a rabbit's hair. If you grab them and you open them up, there's probably little seeds inside. That's plants are trying to get their babies to go away from them. Okay, berries and birds and bears. Okay, we're gonna talk about that next week. But some plants in the redwoods use ants. So the mama fetid adderstongue's like, all right, babies, your ants will be here in a minute to pick you up. And the ants come and they grab the seeds and they go and they eat that jelly stuff off, the aleosome off, and they can't eat the seeds. They throw it in their trash, and then it grows in the trash, kind of like in your compost pit. You'll have plants grow from your compost pit. They do too. And that's how the fetid adderstongue, aka Scoliopius big lovey eye, or stinky snake breath, what I call it, that's how it gets around. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that fascinating? It needs fungal, gnats, and it needs ants. Everything needs somebody. And who knows, it might have a mycorrhizal, like a fungal association with some crazy mushrooms. So nature's so fascinating. It's just really interesting. So don't take a big whiff. Take a bunch of little sniffs. Next time you see a fetid adderstongue and go, pew, spring is coming. See you guys later.